Hello guys, what a weekend. This is just crazy. So, never thought I will see anything like this in my long crypto career. But basically, crypto was disrupted by problems with banking in a nutshell. So, what happened after, Silvergate bank shut down last week? The next in line was Silicon Valley Bank, bank run, had to shut down. Second biggest bank run in US history. But basically, what happened, Circle, the issue of the one of the biggest US dollar backed stablecoins, depacked quite significantly, going down to like 87 cents on a dollar on Saturday. Why? Because they held a certain amount of dollars, 9 billion out of 42 or something, with US banks, and out of this 9 billion, 3.3 were with Silicon Valley Bank, which means that investors were worried that if this money of Silicon Valley Bank is gone, then, well, the stable coin is not backed anymore by dollars 100%, right? So investors spooked literally within, one day, 8 billions of USDC, this is the name of the stable coin, were sold. Investors took losses, massive losses, right? Because people were selling with 10% discount. It's pretty bad. Well, later then, Circle comes out with announcement saying like, guys, everything is probably not that bad. We will be able to retrieve a big part of this 3.3 billion. So please don't panic. USDC is back to almost like 98 cents. So this is good. But next thing you know, on Sunday, Signature Bank comes out with announcement that they've been shut down by a regulator and they had a run on the bank. And now a lot of other smaller banks are close to this situation. Their shares are down like 80%, 40%, trading is suspended, like just crazy stuff going on. And like in total, the summary of all of this is that people jump the ship, they go out of stable coins, out of banks, they go into Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is up 20%, trading at 24.5 currently, whereas the banking sector, so there is an index of banking, largest banking institutions and shares in US, so this index is down 20%, right? So pretty crazy situation. Banks 20% minus, Bitcoin 20% plus. Actually, you would say like this is exactly why Bitcoin was invented, right? Like to protect the assets of private people and to be this asset outside of the banking system. This is good, but guys, you cannot keep like 100% of your money in Bitcoin. So what do? Right? Stablecoin used to be your stablecoin, something that you need like as a cash, right? That you needed liquid, right? So over the weekend, a lot of people reached out to me asking for help, right? Help to open an account in a Swiss bank, for introductions, if Smart Velour can help them. So my answer is very simple. Like we are actually pretty much the only exchange here in Switzerland who has integration with Swiss bank, right? So last year we integrated with Geneva-based bank called Dukascopy. And, it works this way that we basically, our developers, connected the backend of the bank and the exchange through API on the deposit side. So that means, that if you have account at both like Smart Velour and at the bank, then, well, your fiat that you hold in the bank is the same as what you see on the exchange, right? And we have a nice video demonstrating this on the website. So basically, you put, the money in the bank, right? Fiat, Swiss franc, euro. And there you just click a sub account, Smart Velour, and then you go into Smart Velour account and you see it as a fiat. That means if you have a stable coin, USDC or Tether or whatever you want to get rid of, on Smart Velour, you can sell it for Swiss franc or euro, and you just basically directly, they're already on your bank account, right? And I think the bank account in your name in the Swiss bank, right? The Geneva-based Dukas copy. And I think this is very unique. This is what a lot of people maybe don't understand, that, there is actually just only one exchange that is offering something like this. Yeah, and that's us. And I'm happy to share the knowledge about it. And again, of course, there is no guarantee for any bank, but in general, Switzerland used to be a very safe place for banking transactions, right? It became a safe haven, for all the riches of the world, and a lot of people were bringing their money into this jurisdiction and this country for, well, as long as after the Second World War and during the First World War. And it has a very long, tradition of being a safe haven. And in general, if you look at capital adequacy ratio, like how much capital, liquid capital, banks need to hold, the ratio is high in Switzerland. It's about 18.5%, and for US banks is recently has been as low as 14%. So Swiss banks tend to hold more capital and be a little bit more safe than others in general. Of course, there are a lot of exceptions. Yeah, this is just like, what's been going on over the weekend. And yeah, it's been quite a crazy time. And I'm happy, that our customers are safe, and we feel very safe here in Switzerland. And yes, so my sincere sympathy to all my colleagues and friends in Silicon Valley whose accounts were, at least temporarily disabled. And yeah, that's probably not a nice experience, but we'll get through it. Cheers, guys.